When you close your eyes and go to your happy place, what do you see? Some people see themselves on a deserted beach and imagine the waves slowly reaching the shore. You may see yourself overlooking the gorgeous landscape of lake, forest, and snow-capped peaks. The desire to be transported to a place brings forth the idea of immediacy. Immediacy was first observed in paintings. The aim of immediacy is to erode the very medium we use so that we pay no attention to it. The idea was to turn an empty canvas into a masterpiece that makes you believe that you're actually there. It's as if the canvas becomes a window into the setting. Glancing at this painting, the viewer feels as if they are looking at this peaceful setting. We pay no attention to the fact that it's on a canvas. All we see is a window into our happy place. Fast forward through time, and along came the camera, capturing scenery like this glorious sunset, taking immediacy to a whole new level. And then man went one step further, putting pictures together to create motion pictures or movies. This created a new sense of immediacy. Doesn't it feel like you're actually up there with the hiker? Doesn't it feel more real than the painting you saw before? But wait just a second. When man created computers, he created another concept called hypermediacy. This allowed users to interact with the medium itself. And to illustrate this concept of hypermediacy, the Atari video game was born. If immediacy was to erode the medium, hypermediacy was to embrace it. In Atari, you know you're playing a video game. You use a joystick and buttons to move from left to right and avoid obstacles. It may look a bit silly now, but it was once fun. Arcade games like Tekken further embraced the idea of hypermediacy. Think of all those times you were at the arcade and furiously jabbing on the buttons in the joystick because you didn't know what to do. Characters could still move only from side to side, but they seem more real than the Atari character at least. In Mario, we see that the characters are now able to move 360 degrees, performing a series of skill moves and jumps. We also see that the developers have tried to recreate the setting with the castle, the land, the trees. It's a hot day? We can go for a swim. Characters are now able to do more, so it's becoming a little more realistic. In games such as Flight Simulator, we see elements of both hypermediacy and immediacy. This may indicate a shift in developers' thinking, moving back to recreating a setting. The aim of the developer is to emulate the flight experience. Elements of hypermediacy include a joystick, which was revolutionary to the concept of the Flight Simulator game, and immediacy is in the scenery and the cockpit. Marshall McLuhan's definition of remediation is that the content of any medium is another medium. Therefore, according to McLuhan, what medium does this 1997 version of FIFA video game remediate? The game remediates the TV experience of watching the game, which remediates the experience of actually being there live. So how realistic is it? I'll let you decide. This is a clip from FIFA 2012, which remediates the experience of a live soccer game far better than its predecessor. Player movements are much smoother. It doesn't look as if stick insects are chasing the ball. Effects such as ambience, lighting, and shadows add to the realism of the setting. Sure, the setting and the players are very realistic, but does this game recreate the physical presence of an actual game? Marco Escalinen delves deeper into the physicality of video games. His assertion is that based on the hand-eye coordination and emotion involved, that video games lie between physical and non-physical games. Little did he know that the Nintendo Wii would revolutionize the idea of a physical video game. The user interacts with a controller, which illustrates hypermediacy, but one's movements are tracked and displayed on screen, immersing the player in the game. So when these people are playing tennis, they actually feel like they're playing tennis with their controllers. And when you play golf, you might feel as if you're sinking a putt on an actual green. Sony's PlayStation Move went one step further. It tried to remediate the setting and create a sense of immediacy. Watch these two girls playing ping pong. It's almost as if they're actually at the ping pong table, playing the game itself. The gameplay got smoother and faster, the graphics got much more better and accurate. We saw the lady playing golf on the Wii, but what about this gentleman? He actually swings the whole way through, and you can see the graphics accurately represent a golf course. So what was the next step? Eliminate the controller, of course. Microsoft did this when they introduced the Xbox 360 Kinect, a motion detecting camera that makes the user the controller, the ultimate form of immediacy. The Kinect embraces McLuhan's theory that media are extension of human senses.
I can tell you something, David. You can't recreate a finale like you've seen in this championship. She sets it up!
What does the future hold for video games? They might look something like this.